Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we're doing Bakers, Special Bakers, Store Pick Bakers, Single Barrel, 11 year, 8 months Bakers. Now the only Bakers that I've ever seen older than this is a 13 year. And there is a bottle of that sitting near me for way too much money. So, when my buddy stumbled across this bottle in Michigan at Red Wagon Shop, I told him, grab it for me. So, comes in a pretty box, metallic cardboard, whatever. The bottle is exactly the same bottle as regular Bakers. Stickers are quite different neck tag, different main sticker. This is from Warehouse CLE and 11 years, 8 months. Now, over here, I have my personal Bakers off my shelf. That was from CL5, and this one's 8 years, 6 months. Now, I like Bakers. I like Bakers a lot. Now, I like it more now that it's a single barrel product. And I think what I like more about that is I'm not stuck with the just over 7 year profile. In the old bottle, I didn't love it because I got some, 7 years is not young for a bourbon, but I would get young notes on it. And I didn't love that expression. And when I see Bakers that are under 8 years, I just leave those on the shelf. If they're over 8 years, those are the ones I buy. So I've got this 8 years, 6 months. I got another one on the shelf over there because whenever I do see them, I tend to grab one or two. Anyway, I figured we'd compare these. You might be wondering why this bottle is almost empty if I've only had it for a week. The vast majority of this bottle is getting sampled out and sent out to my patrons. This is one of 6 special bottles that I am sampling out and giving away in my Patreon this month. You might want to check it out. It's a lot of fun in there. And when you're a patron of mine, you get access to a private Patreon-only Facebook page where we have all kinds of fun. Bottle swaps, sample swaps. It's really fun. It's honestly the funnest part of Facebook for me is inside of my Patreon group. So anyway, I figured we'd sample these, compare them to each other, and see what an extra 3 years is doing to Bakers. Now, I have to tell you, when I first opened this bottle, the 11 year, 8 month, I was not very impressed. I thought, wow, this is way overly oaked and a little harsh, a little abrasive, which wasn't great. But now I've poured this, and it's been sitting here for a few minutes. And as you can see, it's got some air in it for the past week. It smells so much better. Tons of cherry, tons of vanilla. The oak, the big oak, still there. Still tons of oak. Of course, almost 12 years old, it's gonna have a ton of oak in it. There's a really nice candied sweetness right in the middle of the nose. Oh, the rye shows up. It's like a little prickly green, little spiky rye. But it's also sweet. The rye is sweet at the same time. And the one thing that's interesting, when I first opened this, it was all oak and nut. Very nutty, like a beam nut. And now I'm having a hard time kind of finding that nuttiness now. There's just tiny little hints of it, where when I first opened the bottle, it was dominant. So I would recommend, if you end up with one of these bottles, opening up, letting it breathe, pour it into a decanter for a half hour to an hour, pour it back in the bottle, really get some air into it, and it's going to open up and be so much nicer. Let's compare the nose on the 8 year, 6 months. Okay, there's a lot of similarity there. The difference is this is a little lighter, a little sweeter. The oak is less The oak is sweeter. And this is a little drier oak. Is that a good description? I don't know. This is more like candied vanilla and cherry. Oh, this is wonderful. This is a little more robust, a little tougher, a little meatier, a little bolder, a little darker. Wow, this I know I love. I've had this a million times. That smells so nice. Let's try this bad boy. Oh yeah. Oh, tons of oak. Oak is all over the place. Vanilla. Oh, vanilla. Oh. The rye is just not showing up. All on the sides of my tongue. The vanilla is staying right on the tip of my tongue and just kind of dancing there. The oak really washes through. Not harsh, and it's not dry. It smelled a little dry oak on the nose. It's just really dense, big oak flavor. So if you're not into oaky bourbons, maybe not for you, but that's nice. Let's directly compare that tasting to the 8.5 year. Very sweet, very vanilla'd, very creamy. After tasting that, this feels slightly hollow. It just doesn't develop in anything big. It's just a drinker. And this actually tastes special. This tastes big and bold, and like you're tasting something that's not every day. That's not just normal bourbon. This is a special bottle. Awesome. I would have given the nose slightly to the 8.5 year old, but the palate I have to give to the 11 year, 8 months. Yeah, definitely. That's special. That's really special. But on the nose, yeah, I'd give it to that. That has a nicer, prettier, sweeter nose. This has a bigger, more robust palate. So there you go. Oh, you know what I should do? I know what I should do. I should do my thing. Let me get a equal amount here. And let's see what happens if you give a little blendy blend. So, 11 years, 8 months, 8 years, 6 months together. Oh, that makes the nose better. That absolutely makes the nose better. It just brings out more of the candy and sweetness, balances that big, huge oak. Oh yeah, there's butterscotch happening now and caramels that I was not really getting before. Let's taste. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. A blend of those two is very nice. It balances out those huge, big, robust oak. Just brings them down a little bit. They're still there, but it adds in all that sweetness and candy. And oh, it's getting a little fruity now. A little strawberry cream, I'm getting a little bit of the nut starting to show up. A little bit of waxy nut. Wow. Thanks for watching, guys. I love trying special bottles with you guys and sharing them with those in my Patreon. So check it out. Links in the description below. Until next time, have a great day.